You know, then you get one who's a little bigger, and he's like this big, and then they're like, oh boy, this guy eats a lot. I'm going to the pet store every day buying him 5 crickets a day. 5 crickets a day? Are you kidding me? This guy alone will eat 15, 20 crickets by himself. I mean, what the hell? Then they're like, yeah, and then I feed him mealworms. Mealworms? And then I'm like, well, what kind of greens do you give him? Iceberg lettuce. Iceberg lettuce? I mean, come on. There's plenty of places out there online. You don't even have to get up and move your ass and go to the bookstore. Just read online. Educate yourself. That's what I'm trying to get at. You need to educate yourself. Learn what these animals need. How big of an enclosure they need. What they need to eat. What they need to survive. Everything. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, this is one of the reasons why we need to, to come together, educate the people who don't know, and they're looking to buy a reptile, or they're looking to get something different. You know, they don't want a cat, or they don't want a dog, or they're allergic to cats or dogs, or anything like that, hamsters and stuff. You know, I mean, you get a reptile, what are you going to be allergic to? You know, you get a dog. I mean, my mother's allergic to my dogs. She gets a skin rash from them. But the reptiles, hey, you can't be allergic to them. At least not as far as I know. You know, I think they make great pets. I mean, yeah, they're not cuddly and everything, but hey, you can take a bearded dragon, put it up here on your shoulder, and look, you got a buddy there. You know, you just walk around with them. Now, I'm not saying you go outside like this and walk to the grocery store and stuff like that, but you know, you could sit on your couch, watch the game, you know, and you could give them little treats here, you know, give them a little piece of strawberry or something, it'll eat right off your shoulder, you know, stuff like that. You know, and they make, I mean, the kids love them. When I have kids that come over here, they're all fascinated by the stuff. You know, and when they come over, I try to educate them a little bit. But, anyway, they, just educate yourself. You don't want to spend the money on a book? Ask people in the forums. More than likely to help you. They'll teach you. They'll tell you anything you need to know. I mean, there's limited resource out there. There's no excuse. None. There's plenty of people out there who are willing to help. Because they don't want to lose their animals because of some moron. I don't want to lose my animals. I mean, I care about them. I mean, they're a lot of work, but you know what? That's my business. This guy just head bobbing behind me. There's this one on my shoulder. You know, it's me. You know, and then, I mean, what are they, you know, they're complaining that this one eats too much. What are they going to do when their dragon turns around and gets this big? You know, now the dragons in the USA, unfortunately, don't, because of inbreeding, don't get as big as the dragons in Australia. But, you know, I mean, this guy's pretty big, and he doesn't have any German giant in him at all. I mean, he's a fairly big giant, fairly big dragon, and he eats like a horse. Eats like a horse. I mean, I'm sure you can hear the crickets chirping in the background. I mean, I would say on an average week, I go through close to 3,000 adult-sized crickets. You know, plus their collard greens that they get. You know, and that's only the two types of food that they get. And that's only the dragons. And then with the snakes, that's a whole nother issue. I mean, people, oh, I love big snakes. They're great. I love them. You know what? Yeah, great big snakes are awesome. They're great to look at. But you know what? I don't know. I sure as hell wouldn't want a 15-foot reticulated python in my house. You know, it's not something I would want. I mean, they're awesome, but shit, to house that thing alone, it's just, I would have to designate a room for them. There's no other way I'd be able to take care of it. But,